You have to be fair to others, but you also have to be fair to yourself. I realize and have compassion on how hard life is mentally. And I fully believe that there are plenty of people in this world that don't have the mental capacity to handle certain problems and that they have legit mental issues. So you need to give them grace and you need to give them a level of compassion. But if you are consistently played as the victim, if you are consistently taking the brunt of their mental anxiety, if you are consistently put in an unhealthy mental place because of their mental issues, you have to cut them off. You have to have boundaries. They need to seek professional attention. They need to get in a professional home and they need, medication. But it's not your burden to carry. You have to be fair to yourself. Without that, if you take on their unhealthy behavior and you internalize it, your whole life, you're going to get mad at them, get frustrated, you're going to say something inappropriate, and then you're going to feel guilty. And then they're still going to be in an unhealthy place. You don't correct their mental issues. You don't correct their problems by taking on the brunt of their mental anxiety. Because now their unhealthy mental state and their unhealthy mental being is just going to get pushed onto you. You're going to get in an unhealthy place. And then it's just a ping pong. There's no correction. It's just a ping pong. Life is about resolving issues and trying to solve problems with the understanding things will never be perfect. But certain people need to be in professional care with professional medication and they need to figure out their own life to a certain extent. Again, there's certain people that have certain mental issues and certain health problems that, they need a certain level of extra care and compassion. But the point I'm trying to make is that is not for you to solve everything. You cannot solve every person that has mental issues by taking them in your care and taking all of their abusive mental behavior on you. And you think the more loving you be, the more compassionate you show, you think that's going to heal them? No. You should be loving, you should be compassionate, but you should be fair to yourself as well. Message, be fair to others, but be fair to yourself. You do not help anybody in this world while you try to make up for your past mistakes by, basically just being a glutton for punishment for people that can't mentally handle their own issues. So you try to step in and be extra compassionate person, and then it's too much for you, and then you're gonna blow up one day, or you're gonna constantly feel guilty about not being as compassionate. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. I'm here to expose it and shed light on it. Certain people need professional care and they need to be in professional homes, and you need to take care of yourself. Okay? Now, there are people, professional home and professional care and professional caretakers. The reason society needs that is because these are paid professionals that take care of people with issues, and then they can mentally check out after 8-10 hours, and then they go home to their own family and they can recharge their batteries. Okay, and they're getting paid for it. Okay, if you are just taking people in, or having friends, or having family members, or having whoever in your circle, doesn't matter, that are unhealthy mentally or whatever, and you're trying to be their caretaker full-time, even though you have a full-time job, and you're trying to give them all around 24/7 professional care, you're not suited for that. You're not suited to be a 24/7 professional caretaker. You have to take care of yourself, and you are not an on-call nurse. And if you are, even on-call nurses, they have a time where they check out of a paid job and then they go home to their own personal life. A 24/7 clock of you living, or you having a friend 24/7 that is constantly giving you that mental burden to carry, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. And that's why there's a set of society that has paid professionals to deal with that for a certain set amount of time in a day, and then they get out of there. Then they go home because it's unhealthy for you to think you're going to save somebody. You help somebody by one is leading by example, okay? By taking care of your own mental well-being and your own health and your own life, okay? Because you don't help anybody in this world by just, trying to be like, extra, like a Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, if you read her diary, she became very bitter at the end of her life. She questioned her faith and she questioned everything and she did. And certain people attacked her because she had certain notes that there was times where she should have sent certain people under her care for professional professional medication and professional caretakers. And she said, no. There's, she basically wrote that there's holiness in suffering. And so, a lot of people questioned her on that, and I think she went into a mentally unhealthy place because her whole life, 24/7, 365 for the most part, was spent on caretaking for others. She had no personal time for the most part. And I don't care if you're a missionary pastor, I don't care if you're a person with a full-time job and you have a sister, a brother, a lover, whoever that has mental issues and they put all that burden on you. That's not for you to carry. Not 100%. They need to seek professional care and there's a lot of programs out there for it. And if they don't want to seek it, if they want to ruin their lives and everyone around them, then you got to pray for them. But that's all you can do. That's all you can do. You don't take on that guilt. You don't take on that burden because that's not for you to carry. And it's not going to solve the problem. It's not going to solve the problem. That's the key. So you get a question, it's not going to solve it if you stay there as a glutton for punishment and you take emotional abuse. And emotional abuse can be very sideways, man. It doesn't have to be like, emotional abuse can just be like, too many slick remarks, too much, guilt trips. That's emotional abuse. Brother, sister, lover, parent, friend, family, foe, person you work with, doesn't matter. You have every right to take care of your mental health. Doesn't mean you judge them or doesn't mean you try to hurt them, but it does mean that you do not try to carry all their mental burdens thinking you're going to solve it, because you're not. You're just making yourself mentally unhealthy, and they're still going to be doing that crazy stuff they're doing. They're still going to be over self-medicating, whether it's prescription pills, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, or whether it's just bad behavior. And it's going to rub off on you, and then you're both going to end up in a ditch, and then nobody gets helped. I'm here to expose that. Be fair to others, but be fair to yourself. Never forget it.